it's Mike, Mike Jones Knife and Tool. It's a very sad day today here in the shed. My little grinder finally died. As you can see, I was grinding away on it today. Got about halfway through. I got one knife done and I got halfway through grinding the bevel on this one. And it just started getting slow, and I could even hear with my earplugs in it making this obvious electrical motor is jammed kind of a noise, and then it finally just stopped. I took it apart as far as I felt was really worth it. Cleaned it out as much as I could. It was definitely full of a lot of dust, but like I say, I cleaned it out as much as I could, and it didn't make any difference. It's probably a bearing maybe inside in the motor, but the thing was 80 bucks on sale, and I bet if I take this back to the store where I got it, they got a pretty good warranty. They'll probably give me a new one or my money back or something. So it didn't seem like getting into it, like hours into trying to take this thing apart, especially considering this brand's not really designed to be taken apart and fixed so much. It's kind of a throwaway kind of brand, unfortunately. But like I say, it was cheap. I'm entertaining a couple of different options to replace it. Probably not just going to get the same thing again, because it was great to learn on and it does lots of different great jobs for me. But like I say, it was cheap, and the quality of the product and kind of what you get out of it is all pretty relative to that. So I think I'd like to probably upgrade a little bit into something a little different than this. I'd really like to get into one of those 2x72s that everybody seems to like who does this knife making stuff a lot. So there's a couple of options there. There's the $3,000 Pro models, which I probably am not going to buy, because it's not really, that's a heavy investment considering what I've got into this so far and what I'm getting out of it. There's a company called TDM or something like that, that my favorite knife making supply store, because they're basically the only ones in Canada, but they carry it, and it's like a budget 2x72. So it's kind of like for all the guys that are sort of in the position that I'm in right now, where you got something really cheap to kind of step into sort of knife making and as a hobby and a pastime to do on the weekends, because you don't really want to dive in really heavily into something like that you're not really sure if you're even going to like. But then you kind of get into it and you're like, yeah, I kind of like this, but I don't $3,000 like this, you know. So they make one that's under $1,000. It's really basic, but all the reviews say that it tracks really well and it performs excellent. The catch is it doesn't come with a motor. I happen to have a couple of motors around, just from, you know, garage sales or old tools that I find that the tool's wrecked but the motor's still good, kind of thing. So I'm kind of I'm leaning toward that kind of option. There's also there's a 2x48, I believe, that a little grinder, and there's 1x30s as well. That's all the belt size, 2 inches by 72 inches, 6 feet, or like I say, the 1x30 is 1 inch by 30 inches long is what all those numbers mean. So that's where I'm at. I just wanted to give you a quick update. I haven't made a video in a while. I was gone for about a week, and then first day back this happened. I was really stoked to kind of get some knives done, but I guess it's gonna have to wait. Luckily I've got a couple with handles glued up that I can finish to sort of tide me over while I'm sort of figuring this out. But unfortunately that's part of the game, I guess. So anyways, I'll let the few of you know who are watching this, and keep you posted.